recording?
Yeah.
You gonna get in the camera more, nigga?
Oh, you want me to get in the camera more? All right.
Yeah.
How about now? No, that's only to the side.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah, y'all ready?
Yeah.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Can't Get Right podcast with my boy Chuck and Rob. We wanted to talk to y'all about a few things that we saw that's going on, kind of viral on social media. We all in different locations at the time, but we wanted to get busy with everything. So one of the things that we wanted to talk about, and we want to actually show y'all the video, was the DoorDash girl. Instead of me explaining it this time, we're going to play the video so y'all can see, and we're going to talk about it after we play it.
Y'all got to give me some time to snooze for us right here. But I got you.
That DoorDash girl is the exact reason why this believe all victim shit is so hard to get behind. This woman said out of her own mouth, she had a delivery. The instructions said leave the food by the door. She got to the door was wide open, and somebody was laid out, booty ass naked, dick and balls everywhere. Now, as fucked up as that may be, because it is fucked up, I hate to break it to you, sweetheart, you wasn't sexually assaulted. You saw some shit that you didn't want to see, and that's perfectly understandable, but where the fuck did you get sexually assaulted from? That's indecent exposure, and not even on a technical aspect, because he was technically in his own crib. I'm willing to bet every dollar I have that man had too much to drink that night, shit got weird, wild, and freaky, and that's how the story played out the way it did. And in no way am I justifying that behavior. That is a grown-ass man. That shouldn't have happened to you. You shouldn't have seen that. But we live in a world where everybody want to be such a fucking victim that you walked away thinking you were sexually assaulted? What the fuck? And not only that, you recorded him. What the hell is Listen, when she tell that story, I can tell that she believed that was done intentionally so she can see that. So if that's what you genuinely believe, how did you record? What the fuck? Bro, I'm so confused. I don't even drink, but one of my biggest fears is getting fucked up one night and then waking up the next morning seeing my dick, balls, and gooch all over TikTok. Oh my God. Like I said at the beginning, very unfortunate, all right? It shouldn't have happened to you, but you went about that situation so wrong that now you kind of fucked up yourself.
All right, what y'all think?
All right, I'm gonna go first here. Not only was she not sexually assaulted or he didn't commit a crime, I think she might have by even entering his home and recording him in his home and putting it on the internet. I don't know why. I actually want to. Eventually, I'm gonna have to look at the video of her what she said, but he basically broke it down and said she said she was sexually assaulted. I'm not even sure how that was processed in her head when she got specific instructions to leave the food outside. It was never anything to say come in, and I don't get why she thought she was sexually assaulted when she walked in someone else's house and he happened to be naked. He didn't come on to her. He didn't say nothing. He didn't touch her. From at least from this video, so I'm not sure why that was the case. And this is a prime example why you don't believe all victims. And it's a good thing that she was so dumb, but like smart but dumb, that she recorded it, because she recorded herself in the room blaming somebody else for being sexually assaulted, and she was definitely wrong.
Rob, you want to go?
Yeah, I agree with Chuck. That's exactly why you don't believe all victims, especially women, because it can, like, if they just feel that they've been wrong, it can be over for you. And a lot of times they're not in the losing on the losing end of it, even if they're the victim that's being lied on. The recipient, the person that's doing the lying, if it's a man, still gets the bad end of the sticks a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? So
Rob, can you speak up a little bit? Just a little bit.
Okay, I got you. Hold up, man. Turn my volume up a little bit. How about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's better.
All right, cool. So yeah, a lot of times that women claim victim, like you said, she walked in the door. It was cracked. She had instructions to drop the food on the doorstep. She didn't do that. She chose to peek her head in the door. He wasn't doing anything. He was knocked out. He was, passed out. So if you're in your own space, but bookie naked, it's his priority. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like me. Just say you come to my front door and I understand the door, but booty naked. You can't claim assault. You know what I mean? Like I'm in my space. You can't do anything. You don't come in. You know what I mean? You just don't come in. You leave and be like, dang, that was weird. You know what I'm saying? So that it's wild that she claimed assault and actually really tried to get it passed over. I'm glad that the real details came out and that the guy, is kind of being exemplified, whatever. So yeah,
So when I was watching this, I had a conversation with a lot of people about it, and it's not necessarily, in my opinion, just don't believe all victims are all women. I feel like it's more of a, in a day and time we are in, it just wait for the full story to come out. Like, let's just wait before we react and hear the full story, because there's plenty of times that I've reacted to some shit and be like ready to crucify somebody, and it come out the whole shit was a lie. Like all that shit was even true, or it didn't even happen, or you start believing certain things that don't even be the case. So I think it's a whole thing of like just relaxing on our judging until we have the full story. And I've had some conversations with women about this, and they were saying like it's been situations where guys have set certain shit up, and then they arrive and then they could be butt naked. So as a part of it where they be feeling like necessarily this one ain't that case, but they feel like men do that have done that to them specifically in moments where they were trying to get set up, even though the situation isn't the same.
So
Hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
And the conversation we had was in them situations where they want you to kind of get on the benefit of the doubt because a man could hurt a woman. And I'm not explaining that argument exactly how they did, but I'm trying to remember it best as I can. And they were saying like in some of them spaces, if a man could hurt them, they could. But my argument to that was just like y'all could get hurt physically, we could get hurt in the judicial system, in the courts, with police and stuff like that. So it's a fear on both sides, not just on y'all being physically hurt, but somebody lying on us could actually lead us to going to jail and stuff like that. So I feel like we got to be careful on both sides, not just on somebody taking advantage of a woman, but also a woman, lying on a man to a point where it hurt his life and everything that he's trying to do. So it's a double-edged sword. I feel like we both got to come to an understanding and not just being one way or another. Like, just don't believe nobody or believe everybody. Like, everything has to be a balance for this shit to work. And I need women to think about like niggas going to jail, just like the girl that lied about the brick. Rob, you know what I'm talking about? Whatever her name was.
I was just about to go to that. Ramona,
the girl that lied about that. And it's like, if we believed her,
go to jail right now.
Yeah, if somebody believed her, like niggas would be up Shit's Creek right now. But it was a black woman that was objective and looked at it from a different angle and found out that it was lying. So that's my take and that's my stance on it.
Yeah, and she did it a couple of times. It wasn't one time.
Yeah, I was about to say she
right.
did it multiple times, I believe.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the thing. I feel like when it comes to these cases where people lie and say they sexually assaulted, there has to be some kind of consequence for the person that blame someone or lie. I don't understand why there hasn't been a standard after so many times or so many cases where people have been in trouble or people have gotten in some type of legal issues or anything like that. I don't understand how it hasn't been set up where, okay, if we find out you lying or if it's proven that you lied and blatantly lying, that you're going to have consequences. I'm not sure how that hasn't been passed or hasn't been touched on yet. Because I don't understand how people could keep doing this or be just vindictive and get someone, basically get someone locked up or have criminal charges or whatever.
Ramifications, yeah.
Yeah, ramifications just because you dislike the person and you just making shit up. Like that don't, to me, that don't make sense.
Yeah, I
And to
honestly
add to your
believe.
point too,
Okay.
like spending police hours and money and time and taxpayer dollars trying to investigate some bullshit.
Yeah.
Where you taking away from other victims, you taking away from other people that actually got some shit going on with your bullshit. So it definitely should be some sort of repercussions and consequences to that shit. Because not
I
only are
believe.
you lying, you taking away taxpayer dollars and time where real victims is going to get pushed to the background because of your bullshit.
I believe whatever the consequence of the action, if it was actually done, the time that you should serve for that should be the same time you get if you get caught in line for that. You know, it got to be equal damage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
And
dangerous though, because like, go ahead.
it's
No,
kind of dangerous.
yeah, I want to hear what you're saying. It's dangerous for what?
No, it's dangerous because like then motherfuckers ain't gonna want to go through the whole court
Yeah.
system because as a people we already don't trust the court system. So motherfuckers gonna get raped or some shit like that, and they ain't even gonna want to say nothing. Like I don't even want to chance that shit. So it got to be
Nah,
some sort of balance.
I'm not gonna say maybe not change it.
I don't see too many people getting away with that's the whole point. I mean, usually these rape charges are really like the thing about it. The rape charges aren't like what you say what's the word? It's not reported enough. The rape charges are not reported enough. You hear about these families that have these
Right.
uncles, and so it's not being reported enough. You know what
But
I'm saying?
that's the whole point though. They're not being reported enough because people don't think they ain't gonna believe them as it is. So if
Yeah,
you put some sort of penalty on, and like if we find out you lying, that's gonna take it to a whole nother level of
but
not
but
reporting.
but
Well,
but what we're
well,
but what we're seeing is when they are being reported, if things being done, that's the reason why this believe all women,
Right.
believe all victims thing is out, because like look, everyone's like, once you get, look at what just happened to Puff Daddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah.
look at what happened to Shannon Sharp. You know, if you report it, it's a good chance that regardless if it's a lie or not, you done for it. It's a reason why certain dudes and stay away from certain situations just because they don't even want the allegations put on them. Like
Right.
if it's a thought of it, it's just like, but dudes like get turned into ghosts. Like it's like it's a death sentence. You
Right.
know, like it's really, really scary because it's hard to get that off of you once they put it on you. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Yeah.
like,
Chuck, what you about to say?
yeah,
yeah. So I'm not gonna say they shouldn't put any charges or any ramifications. Maybe the I don't know, because like I'm saying, like if you, I feel like if you blatantly lying, like it's hard to give you some type of give you some type of sympathy. And trust me, I understand you say you shouldn't be like, well, look, you're gonna be charged, so because you lied or whatever, or he was found not guilty, or this person was found not guilty. And like you said, some people may not want to come forward because of that, but it can't be. Um, I don't feel like people should just be able to get away with that.
No, not at all.
Blatantly
how about
lying and saying, "Oh, he raped me." Like one of the it's two examples, and both of these examples, they both were football players. One guy went to Baylor, said a woman said he raped her.
He got like 20
Also,
years or some shit, didn't he?
yeah, but he out. But it don't
Right. He
like,
out. Yeah.
yeah, but he could have been in the NFL. That's career. There's money he missed. That's a lot of stuff. Brian Banks, when he was like, "Why old girl reaching out to me?" He didn't want to talk to her, but he was like, I'm gonna answer the phone." I'm not sure how many years he did, but he was like one of the top prospects to go in the draft, or at least to be in college or whatever. But he missed all of that because he went to jail. So stuff like
Now
that.
that's one thing I do want to say, not to cut you off, but I do feel like if a nigga did 10 years off a lie, you should have to do them 10 years. I do feel like that. Like if
Yeah,
a nigga did have to serve a certain amount of time and you find out you lying that he proved it some way, shape, or form, then yeah. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
yes.
okay.
That's to me that makes sense.
And it was a situation with a polo team that happened a couple of years back also, right? Y'all remember that? The coach lost the jobs, the players lost their scholarships, everything like that. And I don't know if they went to jail or not, but come to find out years later, the girl came out and said that she lied. Now, this is the situation, the caveat to the situation. When she told them that she lied, guess where she was at? She was in jail for a murder charge.
Oh.
So she decided to come clean. Since he was already in jail, she decided to come clean on them guys. But them guys' careers and lives was already over.
What the hell?
Yeah.
This happened, you know.
In jail for a murder charge. She's a devil.
This happened. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, these are coaches. This is a college team, a polo team. You know, guys lost their scholarships. The coaches lost their job. You got to think they blame the whole franchise on this situation. You know.
Polo, that's the horse in the golf on a horse, right?
Yeah, the polo team. Yeah.
I've never actually seen a polo game, but okay, yeah.
Me either. But in conclusion, I feel like Rob and Chuck, I feel like we all on the same page with coming to an understanding of not believing shit as soon as we hear it, or not believing.
Yeah.
It's almost like the same thing as like whoever tell the teacher first or whoever tell the cops first get the benefit of the doubt. But when you playing with people's lives, it shouldn't be that way. So like right now, I feel like I think we all on the same page. Is like, let's get all the information, let's get all the facts before we jump to a conclusion. And if you are lying and somebody, regardless if they get in trouble or not, it should be some sort of repercussions behind that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Y'all got anything else y'all want to add to this point before we switch topics?
Nah. What about you, Chuck?
No.
Right.
Y'all both look to the side like y'all was looking at each other.
Take them to jail.
Y'all ready for that? Y'all ready for the next
Take them
video?
to jail, lock them up.
Y'all ready for the next video?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Nice! God bless Trump! God bless Trump! God bless Trump! God bless Trump! Yeah, fuck you! Ride your bike, you fucking fag! Go get a job! Yeah! Go get a job! Loser! Fucking loser!
Okay.
All right, so y'all see the video of the protesters. I don't know what location they was at. I don't know what city they was at, but the protesters snatched the guy glasses. They ran, and he was chasing the guy trying to get his glasses back. And it looked like a few people tried to trip. Well, he did fall, but a few people was trying to trip him. But one did actually trip him towards the end. And we can start with Rob first because I know he got a Republican opinion. No, I'm just joking. He got an opinion on it.
I am MAGA.
Speak up a little bit too, Rob, and come forward.
I am MAGA. So this is the situation. Yeah, he was. I'm not gonna say he was necessarily wrong. For
which one?
Initially from the start, nobody was wrong. Like I say, they have every right to protest. Just like he has every right to have his opinion on them protesting, you know.
He was protesting a protest.
Yes, but exactly. Yeah, but the situation was oh my God. We
can't hear it though.
Okay, it got out of hand because the protesters on the left, I guess you want to put it the left. I don't know what they're protesting about. So what they decided to take it in their own hands to, you know, go up to the guy, snatch his glasses, run off with it, everything. And that wasn't necessary. But at the end of the day, like you say, you do things happen. After he initially fell, I'm like, okay, that's enough. All right, cool. When he got back up, at the end of the day, he's trying to retrieve his glasses. You know, when he got back up, you seen like 3 people run up and try to trip him. I seen the guy with a scooter try to throw the scooter in front of him, and I'm just like, this is a little bit too much now because, you know, he's the old guy for one thing. Like it ain't much he could do anyway. So I feel like these protests are getting a little bit out of hand these days because, you know, what happened to peaceful protesting and everyone having their opinion and it's just being what it was. Like back in the day, the cops and things like the people that had authority, well, they were the ones that were out of hand. But it's actually American citizens against American citizens now, and it's getting dangerous. And that's what I have an issue with. Like, you know, I don't have a problem with people, you know, having an altercation, but it's with one guy and a whole flurry of protesters. Like, y'all, let the man take his glasses. He fall, give his glasses back, keep it pushing. And that's my take on it. You know.
So, just from my perspective, I'm only mad at a couple people in this whole protesting video, and that was the dude who glasses got to his homies. They ain't do shit. They left that man out to dry. They ain't chase after nothing. They ain't say nothing. They see this old man try to hawk this little kid down. It ain't happening. Then when something like be support, help your man up or something. Like, I don't know if they believe the same thing he believe. I don't know how if they feel how he feel, but that's the one thing that I noticed. Like, bro, help your people. But on a serious
he got
side,
his karma
like,
though. He got his karma.
Which one?
The guy that was shooting the bird and elf in this and that. He got his karma. The old guy, he got his karma. Like, he got his dash taken.
Yeah.
He took the fall.
Yeah, but as far as like protesting goes, like, there's been so many wicked, crazy, evil, way worse scenarios in protesting, and I feel like it's like one day it's the Republicans, one day is the Democrats, one day is the Tea Party, one day is the Independent, one day is the Nazis. Like, I feel like everybody taking a turn, taking a strike at like doing the most wicked, violent acts. And I feel like we as a people, man, like, when you go to these protests, you got to be on your job because you never know what the fuck gonna happen, especially with today's climate. Like, motherfuckers getting shot, motherfuckers getting ran over, motherfuckers getting beat up, motherfuckers getting locked up. Like, all kinds of shit is happening at these. I feel like the protest is the most dangerous place you could be right now in America.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
So if you gonna go to one, you got to be on your job. You got to be on your square. But that's really my take on what I saw on it, what I thought about it. Chuck, what you think?
I feel like it's a lot. It's definitely a lot going on. For one, him calling someone a faggot, I believe in this day and age, and in this case, that's hate speech, or but taking the glasses, tripping them up, those are assault. Like I don't know. It's supposed to be a protest where people voice their opinion. And I feel like everybody should be able to say what they got to say and not be assaulted or, you know, things like this happening. But people are so high strung and so passionate. You never know what's going on. Like you said, it's kind of dangerous to even be able to protest because people ain't thinking. People turn almost into, when I feel like this stuff happened, like they almost turn back into like elementary or middle school kids because it's just you basically running off of emotion and passion and not thinking. You know what I mean? Because say for instance, a car had been coming in, either one of them could have been hit. Taking glasses, like that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's probably like theft. He's saying faggot. That's a hate speech, a hate crime, or whatever.
Right.
So I feel like, you know, keep your hands to yourself. I feel like all these a lot of the protests. I don't know, like, man, people got I don't even know how to look at it because the way I look at it, some of the protests is stupid, but it's a protest. People believe what they believe in. But like I said, it's a lot going on, and I don't feel like anybody. I don't feel like he should have called anybody a faggot. I don't feel like nobody should have snatched his glasses. I don't feel like nobody should have tripped him up. But like you said, he got his karma. You did what you did. Now, you get what you got. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't necessarily condone any of it, but at the same time, like some people may deserve whatever comes to them. That's how I look at it in this case.
But what I was saying to Pito earlier, I was saying that it's nothing wrong with, like I said, people having a protest, and there's nothing wrong with people debating. If you're at the protest, okay, what are you protesting about? This is my opinion. was okay. If you're posting about something, change my mind if you think I'm thinking wrong, you know, and we can have the conversation, and then I can move on. Don't you know spew hate either way, you know. Don't spew hate. Just have the conversation, you know, and then at the end of the day, you know, we could agree to disagree, or you could either change my mind or I change your mind, or you think about some things a little bit differently. But that's the problem. No one's really having a conversation to where someone can say, oh, I didn't think about it like that. They just say, oh, it's my way or it's my way, you know, and it's no other way. And that's what the issue is. Like, I'm the type of person that if I'm having a debate with it, and Peter will tell you, I concede in a heartbeat. I'm like, all right, you prove me wrong. At the point of my concession, I would start trolling. But at the end of the day, I will admit I conceded. But you know what? I'm still messing with you in the mind. But you know what I'm saying? I concede, you know?
And that's the key point that you made, though, like not getting emotional in these moments. Like everybody is having a hard time. Everybody having a different way of looking at things. Everybody is struggling to some extent. But you cannot have these conversations or even protest and start calling people out their name, like you faggot, you nigga, you know, all kinds of shit like that.
Yeah. But you got to have tough enough skin also to keep your hands to yourself.
No, definitely. But I'm saying is you can't control somebody's emotions once you cross that line with them, and then they get mad if they react a certain way. Like you gotta toe the line and keep it somewhat respectful. Like you can have your opinion, it can even be a passionate opinion. But if you sit here and call me a nigga and then I slap you, you can't get mad, nigga. You started it in some people's mind. Not saying that I would do that. I'm saying that some people's mind, you cross the line, I'm gonna cross the line. So if you can't have an intelligent conversation, and like hypothetically, if we having an argument or a debate about something, and then I start attacking your kids verbally, it got to be some sort of rules of engagement with your verbiage. You can't just say whatever you want and expect somebody not to react.
Those are extreme situations, you know.
Right. I mean, but that's what happened in the video. Some people, you call some people a faggot, nigga, they gonna square up. And then you live in Atlanta, so you know some of these trannies got hands, bro.
And look, I don't see trannies in my view. I live in Atlanta. I never seen one in person. So I mean, I probably have, but I just didn't know it. You know, but in the spaces that I move around in, I don't particularly see those type of people. You know, so
well, gay, straight. I mean, gay, lesbian, queer, tranny. I don't know the other alphabets.
Well, I seen where they were separating from each other. Like it was the L.
Oh yeah, I heard that too.
And they were separating, like they're divorcing.
They always been separated.
Like I don't know. Then they start.
So Chuck, you got anything else you want to add to this point before we get out of here?
A lot of times, like you said, you can stress your point of view. Most of the time, you're not changing. A lot of people, you're not changing their mind.
Right.
Because a lot of times they see what's going on. It just don't matter. It's just what they feel matters. Yeah. So a lot of times you ain't changing people's mind because you could put, you can spew facts and things that debunk whatever they say, and they're gonna still see it. Like now they're protesting because fun or he's defunding someone or something they don't like, but when they should have been protesting when they was making people get vaccines, when they were censoring people on the internet, certain things. They didn't protest that. It was okay. When now they found out, they was like the vaccine don't help, but it is what it is. So I don't feel like most of the time people gonna protest or you're gonna change too many people's mind because people aren't really willing. Like neither of those people, the guy or the people that took his glasses, they're not willing to sit down, or at that moment they wasn't willing to sit down and have a conversation.
I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but I feel like it was a little kid that snatched his glasses. But I could be wrong.
It was a young boy. I could see it wasn't a kid, but it was a young teenager. Yeah. He was definitely his teens. He was between 17 and 20. I give him that.
That don't justify it, but I just
he was older than enough.
Yeah, he was old enough to know better.
And he know who to try and who not to.
That's true.
He had to be over 18 because he had to be over. All
right, well, this is another episode with the Can't Get Right podcast with your boy Chuck and Rob. We'll catch y'all next time, and we out.
Ooh.